Okay, today we are going to demonstrate the mirror tool. It's a tool this is the sketch mirror tool, and it's a tool that is used to replicate sketch geometry from one side of a line, which you define as the mirror line, to the other side of that line. Um, a lot of times, we'll use this in several of our upcoming projects. The spline tool demonstration, and as what you'll find with, for example, the spline tool, is there's a lot of it's not a lot of precise measurements in a lot of cases. You're working to um, get it to look the way you want it to look. It's not specific dimensions, and sometimes it's kind of a feel, artistic type of thing, and it's very hard to replicate that unless you can just copy it. And this is a means of copying it. All right, let's get started. Let's create a sketch. Front back plane. I'm going to set my screen up so that we can see. Let's start with an arc, a center point arc. Click on the origin. Let's go out the x-axis. Let's go 100 millimeters. Click, and then let's bring it up the arc, rotate it up to the y-axis. Escape. Okay, so we've got a arc in place. Let's draw some lines. So I've opened the line tool. I'm going to start here at the top point of the arc. Let's come back down to the origin, click, and let's go back out to the end point, or the other end point of the arc. Now I have an enclosed shape. Escape out of the line tool. What I'm going to do next is offset the arc. I've got chain selection off because I don't want the whole thing. I just want actually, let's turn that on. And let's offset the whole thing by 10 millimeters, negative 10 millimeters, and click OK. So I have a design inside, and I want to turn that into construction. So I'm going to go select this inner lines that I've created, hit keyboard, the key X, and I've turned it into a construction line. Let's go to our rectangle tool, a 2-point rectangle. Okay, now I'm going to draw a series of rectangles. There's going to be 3 of them, and we are going to start on the arc. We're going to move across, and they'll vary in height moving along the arc. So I'm going to click on the upper corner, and I want it to be 5 millimeters in width. And come straight down to the bottom. I get the X where it is snapping to the bottom part of my shape there. And there's my first rectangle in place. I'm going to come over. There's 1, 2 grid marks. On that line, on the arc, click 5 millimeters, tab, and come down to the bottom. There we go. Click. Come over 2 more. Come up. Snaps on the arc. There we are. Click. 5 millimeters down to the bottom. There we are again. All right, 1, 2. There we are. Come up to the arc. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. There we are, right there. Click. 5 millimeters down. There we are. 1 more. Okay, come up this line. There I am on the arc, on the grid line. 5 millimeters, tab down to the bottom. Click. Escape out of the rectangle tool. Let's get rid of our construction lines because we really don't need them at this point. So I clicked on the arc, hit delete, click here and delete. And there I've got my shape with 5 lines, vertical rectangles, I should say, inside of my arc shape. Now, I could do that on the other side, but that would be time consuming. I have a much easier way of doing it. And the mirror tool, it's not just a copy, because the copy is going to, notice how the rectangles follow the height of the arc, okay? Because we offset the arc and our starting point was on the offset arc. So the height decreases as it goes out. If we were to copy, the tallest rectangle would be on the left side, which is the outer side if we went to the other side, and not on the inner portion of that arc. The mirror tool will create a symmetrical copy on the other side of our mirror line. We're going to establish this center line as our mirror line. So let's go ahead and demonstrate the mirror tool. In the Create menu, right here's the shortcut for the mirror tool. You see the 2 triangles that are, one is a mirror of the other. Notice how that tallest point gets mirrored to the inside. Just what I was trying to describe before. If it was a copy, the tallest point would have gone to the outside. Let's go Create Mirror. Here we go. Now I'm going to select my arc, the bottom line, and the lines of each rectangle. Actually, I need to delete that construction line. And it's going to be difficult. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I've got that line. I'll start over. There. I need to get rid of that line. There we go. I forgot to delete that one. Let's try it again. Here's my mirror tool. I'm going to select my outer lines. Do not select this line because that's going to be your mirror line. And I have to select each one individually. It doesn't give me a chain option, does it? Could be an enhancement to the program. Okay, so I've got 22 items selected. That's all 5 rectangles. And the lower line, the line along the x-axis, and my arc. And now change my selection to the mirror line. Select the center line as my mirror line. And there it projects the shapes to the other side for me. That looks exactly like what I was wanting. I'm going to click OK. And there I have my shapes in place. Now, the problem is my mirror line is creating 2 different enclosed areas, which will be awkward for the extrude, if I'm assuming I'm going to extrude it later. What I can do to fix that is let's click on the mirror line, hit the keyboard shortcut of X, and let's make it a construction line. I can't delete it because it's being used as my mirror line. All right, so now I have one closed area. The other nice thing about the mirror tool, if I go and change the dimension on this particular rectangle, notice how it changes on both sides. Okay, so they're locked together. That is a demonstration of the mirror tool. Um, this will serve as your tutorial on the tool. Take your screenshot and upload it. And I'll see you soon.